Hey there, Elisa, Half Asian Tarot Queen, and I'm back for another reading. The readings this week have been really climactic and dramatic. It's like a major life turning point that's unfolding, and there's been this comes out right when I pull it out of the box. There's been all this resistance to like the big changes and shifts that are happening, and this is causing some major drama and fireworks to be playing out this week. So, yeah, like the readings have been super exciting, and I'm kind of curious, like what's going to happen today because it's been pretty epic, but also very exciting because it's definitely, it seems like the birth of a new era. And oh my gosh, this comes out right when I said that. The Six of Swords. It's like moving on to a better situation. And then let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna pull one more card for overall energies. Let's just see what we get. But yeah, it's very, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Okay, so this is very exciting. Okay, so we have Six of Swords. So we're moving on from a bad situation to a better situation. The Page of Wands, which is like sort of like a passionate spark or a message that's coming through about some sort of new beginning. And then the Wheel of Fortune, which is just like the tide is changing. Like if there's like a new world order that's bubbling up, which is totally what all the readings this week have been about. So it's just like super climactic change, super dramatic, and yeah, it's been very epic. Like this tale of oppression, where like on the bottom of this deck, so I'm pulling out the Serpentine deck now, which is kind of like my main energies for the reading that I've been doing lately. We get Eight of Wands. So like messages coming in, like change is happening. And it's really interesting because I mean, I could say for myself in my own life, that's definitely going down for sure. You know, like I'm in the middle of like this epic saga. But yeah, I'm like very inspired by these changes, and so it's a really exciting time, you know, and it's just like you want to kind of like harness the energies to sort of like, you know, work in your favor, obviously. So hopefully this can help a little bit with that, because these are exciting times, you know. And then, yeah, like while I'm shuffling, I just wanted to mention, like, I'm kind of doing this channel for, like, maybe not the standard reasons. I mean, I'm not really aspiring to be, like, a card reader in life. I mean, I'm a vegan cheesemaker. That's my calling in life. But I, you know, got embroiled in this epic drama, you know, which I kind of alluded to in the introductory video, where I explained how I've organized the videos, because, you know, I like do other things, so I'm really only gonna be able to commit to doing one video per day, and so I'm organizing these according to storylines, so that you can navigate not so much by zodiac sign, but like by stories. Like if you see a video and the story resonates with you, I'm going to put, you know, links to these storylines so that you can connect to the other videos that are related to that storyline. So there's like a lot of storylines that have been emerging so far. You know, like there's this epic saga of like this oppressed person who's like been just like beaten down and is like rising above circumstance to like create this new empire. You know, there's also like this epic love story, you know, that's been held back by some sort of oppressive force. You know, there's like karma, there's justice, there's like all kinds of different themes, you know, like this phoenix guy that's rising from the ashes. There's like, basically, you know, tales of like human, like life, you know, just like what happens, you know. So yeah, I feel like that, given the circumstance and how we're doing this, is a more appropriate way to navigate this channel. So hopefully that works for you. I put a video explaining all of that, and I'm getting back to the reading now. So as far as the energy, so we've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Ten of Swords, and we've got the Star. So that's really interesting because, you know, like I said, there's all this drama going down. There's major fireworks, and that's kind of what these cards are speaking to. Like, there's this juggling happening right now between these two outcomes. Like, you know, there's this Wheel of Fortune, you know, like things are getting turned upside down, and there's going to be winners and there's going to be losers. And so that's kind of the deal. Like, there's the Ten of Swords, you know, like, which is just like a total, you know, it's a card of just like, game over, you lost, you know, it's suffering and like oppression and just, you know, it's sad, you know, total card of loss. And then there's the Star, which is just like fulfillment of wishes and like your dreams coming true, and like the complete opposite of that. So that's interesting because it's like there's like a juggling that's happening between these two outcomes right now. And so it's just like there's this big karmic shift that's happening, and like depending on like what side of karma you're on, you're either gonna be like having your wishes come true, or you're just like totally getting washed away, you know, in the storm. So that's interesting. Hopefully you're on the Star side with this. And then the last three cards here that I have, we have the Fool, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Cups. So that's really interesting because this is a storyline that's been coming up a lot in the last week or two, and it's under this thread called Phoenix. But like, there's this guy who's in the Nine of Pentacles energy. So this has come up a lot, where it's just like sort of like the Frank Sinatra song, like I Did It My Way, where you're just kind of like you just kind of pulled into your own business, and you focused on yourself, and you built your own foundation on yourself instead of like depending on other people. You're kind of just like playing your own game, like and you're not really worrying about what else is going on, you know, just like nose to the grindstone, getting her done, you know, this person. So it looks like this person is taking a total leap of faith, and their wishes are coming true, like the Nine of Cups. So like this is like the phoenix that's rising above circumstance, you know. So that's really interesting because, you know, that's definitely been a storyline. This King of Pentacles has been totally oppressed by some sort of situation that's coming to light this week, and this is like turning everything on its end, and like there's this new world order that's coming forward where like finally this king is getting what's coming to him, and instead of being oppressed by other people's crap, we've got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which is just like a woman who's like passionate, you know, a smart businesswoman, savvy, and yeah, I'm not sure where she falls in this storyline, but I'm going to keep pulling cards because I'm going to pull 3 cards of guidance on like, you know, what's going on, because obviously there's been major fireworks and major drama, and there's like winners and losers that are emerging from this whole situation. And yeah, hopefully, oh my gosh, interesting. Yeah, there's definitely some storylines that are like coming out in like different ways each day, but it's kind of like, you know, a similar storyline, you know. So there's this Knight of Wands, which is like this player energy. So, you know, this is kind of like, you know, you can't really count on this guy. he's kind of all over the place, but you know, he's real popular with the ladies. And there was like a whole reading a few weeks ago, which I think this one is called Fairy Tale Ending, about this knight who, you know, finally decided to like stop being a player and like settle down, which was like a weird, you know, reading. But yeah, that reading was called Fairy Tale Ending. And so it's like this character is having some sort of a reunion with this high priestess. So some very intuitive person who's really kind of tapped into like the spiritual dimension, and like this player is like having some kind of reunion. So I don't know if that's the situation that's turning everything up on its end, but like he's coming forward with this message of passion, moving on from a bad situation to a better situation. And this somehow is like this leap of faith that's going to, you know, make his wishes come true. But then, you know, there's going to be some winners and there's going to be some losers in this equation. So this perhaps is what's causing all the fireworks and the drama, because this is a storyline that's played out in all these different ways. And every day, like, I pull different cards, but it's like the same story that keeps coming out. So it's just like really interesting, you know, definitely a big turning point. And it's a super epic story, you know, of love and loss. But very, very interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Sacred Traveler Oracle, and see what they have to say. But yeah, it's like very interesting story. Okay, wow. All right, so we've got surrendering to the journey, release control, which, you know, that really speaks to this whole Wheel of Fortune thing. You know, it's just like nobody's in control of the situation anymore. It's like it's up to karma. Like, it's just sort of like, you know, it's up to the universe. Like, destiny's happening. You're either gonna be on the right side or the wrong side. So hopefully, you know, you've got good karma and you've like aligned yourself with the outcome that you want. And then we have embracing enthusiasm. So shout to the heavens with happiness. So this is good, you know. It looks like a very exciting, passionate new beginning, a new era, you know, a new world order, like a new empire is kind of being born out of the ashes of whatever this destruction was. But this force that's been like oppressing a lot of people for a long time is kind of going down. So yeah, really interesting. A lot of fireworks happening. We'll see how this settles out. But yeah, like, I don't know how much more drama everyone can stomach, because this week is like a big shifter of a week. But, you know, it sounds like it's overdue. So good luck weathering all this, and I hope it works out really well for you. And I'll be back tomorrow with a weekend love reading, which, yeah, it sounds like actually a lot of this story has to do with love. So we'll see where it goes.